Hey Bloodbaths, how you doing? It is a beautiful day here in San Marcos Square. I am sitting at Ballas Park. What a beautiful day it is to talk about YouTube secrets. Now, from the previous videos, you saw me introduce the actual book itself, and that's the first video. In the second video, I talked about the introduction of the book. Now we're finally getting into the first chapter, which is part one of the strategies of the 7 C's. And part of the 7 C's, the first one is courage. So let me talk about courage for a second. My experience with courage had to do with becoming the first president of the Filipino Studies Association at the University of Central Florida. Now, I had come from a town where the community of Filipinos there, I didn't become friends with a lot of people that were like me. So when I finally went to the University of Central Florida, a young lady approached me and asked me if you would like to come to a meeting, and next thing you know, a couple of months down the road, as well as some people talking with me, I became the first president, and it was through some mentorship as well as some experiences that have been imparted onto me. So next thing you know, it is a 3-candidate race. We all tied for all the votes, and then it came to a runoff. And finally, it took the courage that I saw as a vision for the Filipino Student Association at UCF, and now it's over 20 years old and still going strong, because I took the courage to say that I think I would be a great president, and here's why. So that's my courage story. And I had no experience at all. I had no experience in office. I had no experience really with leadership, and I was just starting to really learn how to understand my roots and my heritage. So I went through a lot of ups and downs, a lot. I made a lot of mistakes, but I came through it, and I'm better for it. And I impart my knowledge on the others so they can be better too. And yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking with it. But let's go ahead and turn to YouTube secrets. Let me turn here. So with YouTube secrets, as I said before, and you can see my notes here, we went through the introduction, and now we're on to part 1 strategy, the 7 C's, and we're talking about courage. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is the why. And let me go ahead and find the why. So in the why, they say create a strong reason for being on YouTube. Now, what is my why? So I'm looking at my notes here. So my strong reason for my why is I've always watched Rick Steves on PBS. He's a gentleman that goes out all around Europe and talks about Europe, talks about its history, talks about its people, its food, its culture, and you get so engrossed with what Steve is saying that you feel like you're there. He's got this calming voice, and it's amazing just to listen to him and watch what he's doing. So I've admired him, and so when I watch his videos, it makes me inspired. It makes me inspired that, you know what, I could possibly do the same thing through my eyes of showing people on video the places that I go and the things that I do. So that's my why, and I want to inspire others, just like how Rick Steves from PBS has inspired me through his Rick Steves Europe show. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about are the naysayers and the haters. So as they mention in the book, when you start off on YouTube, there's going to be people that won't support you, they won't understand your passion and your ideas, and they'll second guess you. And so the more and more and more you hear that kind of stuff, guess what? You're going to feel it too. So you have to surround yourself with yaysayers and motivators. So I've got my family. My family is 100% on board with what we're doing because they see the value in it. It brings us closer together, and as a family, we just have fun blab-dadding about the things that we do and the places that we go. And we can be as serious and as silly as possible, and it just shows what real life is all about, right? That's what real life is all about. Just going through the ups and downs and just going through life. So I want to showcase that through my Blab Dad channel. So with those naysayers and haters, bye-bye, see you later, don't need you. So that's why I'm going to surround myself with yaysayers and motivators. And that comes to the point of you having a relationship with the people that you trust, and those of my friends as well as my family, to support me in my new Blab Dad channel. Next, let's talk about the motivation. So the motivation that I have is threefold. We already heard about my why. Let's talk about the vision that I have. So the vision that I have eventually is to travel. I did not get the opportunity to travel when I was younger. And now that I have a family, it's very, very difficult to do because everybody's busy. You have to have a certain income. So when you're doing all those types of things, you really, really have to concentrate on what's more important. What's the priority of the things that you're doing? So I want to change that around for my family and for myself. So I want to travel, and especially for my daughters. If you think about it, you know, one of the things I keep on saying to my students is that you can learn everything you want in a book, but it won't take you there. Once you go to the place that you're talking about, being in that setting, it's much more enriching. Like, for example, if you've ever been to, we've never been to New York City, New York City, and going just in and around the city. So we actually went to Central Park and never been there before. So you see it in movies, you see it on a map, how large it is inside New York, but you can't understand the beauty of it and the grandeur of a Central Park within the city itself unless you go there. So we finally went there about 3 years ago. What an amazing place. We spent all day there and had a great time. And so looking something on a book and then being there and experiencing them are two different things. So that's what I want to do for my daughters before I get older and before they get even older. So when we're talking about a 5 and 10-year-old, they're very impressionable, and I want to show them the world. I want to show them, you know, about travel and the places that you go and the people and understanding different cultures. And you can't do that without experiencing it themselves. So that's my vision, is to be able to do that for my daughters, so they know that, hey, Daddy, who's the Blab Dad, took us there, and here's the reason why. Because you want to create those memories, and these are the memories that I wanted to create for my daughters, just like how my parents created memories for us when we used to go fishing in Boca Grande, and I remember those very, very fond memories. It's because we experienced it. So lastly is the goal. What is my goal? So the goal that I want to have is to make enough income from YouTube, which you can do, and I've researched it, I've also seen it in the book, to have enough income that we can do that travel, that I can give up some of the things that I'm doing on a daily basis and travel the country, if not travel the world. And to be able to do that within the scope of our daughters before they grow too old would be an awesome thing. So having enough income is important in order to do those things. If not, then guess what? You'd have to save and wait. Well, YouTube gives you the opportunity to do that. You can make an income within YouTube and be able to do the things that you want and get the things that you want. So that's my ultimate goal. So lastly, as I walk, I'm gonna go ahead and walk and talk with you, okay? So in this beautiful area that we call San Marco, the place that I'm walking in right now didn't look as beautiful as this. It was really a small section of San Marco, and this park was very, very small. It wasn't very walkable. People weren't able to sit and enjoy. And now the expanse of it, they've got that pergola in the back, and you can see the fountain right there. They've got this long walkway, and they've got places to sit and relax and congregate with other people. But the biggest thing that has been here since I moved to Jacksonville, and it's been here a long time, is this. the lions of San Marco. And so this is the last part that I'm going to talk about. Do you remember the Wizard of Oz? I remember it fondly as I was growing up. Who was the lion? He was the cowardly lion. He didn't have the heart to have the courage to do the things he needed to do and stand up for himself and his beliefs. So now, as soon as he was given his heart, guess what? He's a strong lion, and he has the courage to do the things that he needs to do. And that's what the Blab Dad wants to do through this book, YouTube Secrets. I want the courage to create my new channel, to be able to share it with others, and be able to take my why, my vision, and my goal to the next level. So again, I'm glad you enjoyed what I've said, and yeah, that's my journey of my YouTube secret journey. So go ahead and like down below, as well as comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button bell at the bottom. So this is Blab Dad from San Marco Square here in Ballas Park. Let's have the courage to step forward. And the next video that you're going to see is going to be clarity, part of the 7 C's from YouTube Secrets. All right, see you in the next video.